Hey guys, it's the end of April and I'm out again to look for some riparian morels. So I was just looking around and I was finding all of these stumps. Classic sign of a mushroom hunter. A lot of people, for whatever reason, think it's better to cut them off. Anyway, so just over there I found this guy. You can see it's a bit crispy on one side, but more or less okay. So I'm guessing there's a pretty nice flush here, and by the looks of these, this guy was here probably, maybe yesterday or even today, earlier today. This is a heavily picked area, so there's lots of competition. But like you guys saw in that previous video, oftentimes you can find some of the leftovers that the other people didn't. So let's just take a look around. I can actually see an old one there. So that's going to be too far gone. And there was another old one here. It's also mushy. Okay, so did we really get them all? I mean, we got one, obviously. Okay, so there's another old one. They do love to hide in these bushes. Oh, look at this. Another huge stump. Then another one there. There's one there. There. So it almost looks like they found a disturbance flush here. So what that means is that probably the host of this particular mycelium has died off completely or partially, and as a result you have this extra fruiting of the mushrooms where the fungus has kind of last chance to spread its genes. So yeah, there's another big one that they cut here. And you could actually salvage some of this if you wanted to. Okay, let's go up a little bit. Take a look up there. Oh, wait a second. Do you guys see that? Oh well. There's one they missed. Maybe even knocked over a little bit. Yeah, this one has a wormy base. But the rest of it looks okay. Alright. So yeah, you gotta look carefully from multiple directions. Get down low to the ground. See. See another old one way down there. So wherever you find them, start spiraling out. Kind of go in circles near the area. It's where you're most likely to find more. Over here is where I found the original little stumps on the side of this hill. Here's another one. Man, they got a good load here. So I'm guessing they probably took the path that I just took going up and around. Here's the original ones I found, small ones. Let's take a closer look. So these guys are fruiting with the cottonwood, which is a type of poplar. Oh, OMG. You guys see anything? Anything of interest there? Oh, there's actually two of them. Look around, make sure you're not stepping on anything. Wabam. Yeah, by the size of these, this does actually look like a disturbance flush. One time out here, look at the size of that sucker. Whew. Compare that to a trout. One time out here, I came up and I actually spotted like this broken tree. The cottonwoods usually break kind of halfway up, and it's kind of obvious if you're looking for it. And I came up and I started finding like one or two, and then I look, and in this thicket of stinging nettles, there's probably like 30 of them about this size. By far the best riparian flush I've ever found. It wasn't too far from where I am right now. You guys see that other one? So we were just poking around right over there, but the angle was kind of wrong. Didn't see him. Nice. So maybe they just didn't make it to this little corner. This is a pretty large patch. There's a cool little snail. And often these disturbance flushes can repeat to some degree in the second year, but usually it's just the next year, if especially if the disturbance happens like in the fall before the spring. It'll be that next spring you'll get a large flush, and then after that it'll go back to whatever remaining natural mycelium remains with its hosts. So it started to rain, so we're heading back to the car. Just walking by this commonly used paths. And around paths is actually a good area to check for mushrooms because it's kind of like a microclimate. There's more sun getting in. It's also the edge, so oftentimes that's where mushrooms will fruit. In fact, there's a couple morel over here that I just spotted. So can you see one there? A nice young one, so they look kind of gray when they're young. And there's two more right here. So there you go. So sometimes the most obvious spots are the ones that the mushroom hunters don't bother checking, and they're worth it. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Keep on growing.